Going live. See if anybody's still around. Somebody asked me to go live, so we'll see if anybody shows up. I want to talk about the interview that just happened. Hey, Keitra. So it's very impromptu. Somebody asked me to go live and give some feedback about what the interview. So, Keisha, I'm just going to talk about the interview that I just did. I guess people wanted to know how I was feeling about it, or I don't know. I'm just doing it because somebody asked me to, really, and trying to process what just happened. To be honest, the interview went exactly how I thought it would go. I really already had a feeling that Rose's sister was going to defend her. That was what I expected. So it wasn't surprising or anything like that. Really, I don't think it helped Ro in any way. That's how I feel about it. There's a lot of people with the same consistent stories. There was a lot of people that believed in that movement. That's consistent with the interviews. A lot of people thought it was a good idea. Personally, I don't think anybody needs wife school or husband summits or any of that stuff. I am not a supporter of this feminine school thing. I've said that. I've been very consistent with being in disagreement with what these schools are teaching, but I think that people like them, and that's fine. I think that there's a market for it, and that's fine too. I think what happened with Rose School is not fine, and I think that people have been taken advantage of, especially Black women, and I think it's sad that these things are happening and nobody's paying attention. I think that it's kind of scary how deep this has gotten. And by the way, you guys, I had absolutely no idea any of this stuff was going to happen. It's like tumbling down a rabbit hole. It keeps getting deeper. I'm fully committed to helping the people who have reached out to me. I'm fully committed to, sharing their stories. How did Renee approach me for the interview? Well, I actually reached out to her since it's gotten deep. It's gotten crazy. The attacks last week by Ro was really, really, really outlandish. Like, she really went too far. And I felt like, I try to be fair. So I reached out to Renee. She asked for the live. I just was going to ask her what she thought of everything. She said that she wanted to be transparent and she didn't want to talk to me until she got on live. And I was like, okay, so we'll do it that way. So we did it that way. So today was the first time I actually had a conversation with her. So just so you guys know that was what she asked for. I did not ask her for a live. I was really just going to interview her and just post what she said instead, because like I said in the interview today, I really have tried to keep her family out of it. I feel like Rose's actions are her own actions, and I felt like it was unfair to drag her family into it. Let's see. Yeah, me too. I hope that she would have been more open, but I don't think that she really understands how deep it is. And it probably is hard for anyone to believe the accusations that have come out. Even for me, like for the very first interview I got in, which was not, is one I haven't shared completely. It's sad. Like, this whole situation has been sad and crazy, and it's really been an experience for me. And I agree, she's in denial. It's just been crazy. So yeah, it's been crazy. It's just, this is not what I expected. And I don't mind sharing the stories and everything, but there's days that recently I have to take moments away from this because it's really something that I wasn't actively involved in, and now I'm in it because of my website and because of sharing stories. And then the other thing that it just really bothers me is this constant attack on me having a book. Man, I had a book for sale for over a year now. One has nothing to do with the other. I'm a blogger. I blog basically weekly, sometimes more than once a week. None of this is an attack on Black women. In fact, I feel like there's unity in helping the Black women that were victims of this scam. And it's just, it's a lot of stress. Like I said, I have moments where I'm like, okay, this is crazy. And like I said, remind me to tell you guys a story, you know, when it all comes out, when this all really breaks into the, you know, mainstream, which I'm sure at some point it's going to, because it's just getting deeper. Yeah, it's just nuts. Let's see, only way I can believe it. Yeah. So anyway, so if somebody asked me, I don't even know if the person who asked me to do this live is on yet. I can't tell who's on here. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I just wanted to share. I'm having some thoughts about what's going on, what's transpiring, and I really do feel for the families that have been affected by this, especially the kids. I'm really serious about the whole kid thing. I really want all of the people who have been against this movement for a long time to please keep the children out of it. Like, please don't share children's names. Don't share children's pictures. Don't put children's, you know, ages up. Just leave the kids alone, because the kids are not, oh, there, Erica. Yes, Erica is the one who wanted me to do this. Please don't do that. Don't put the kids in it, because the kids are innocent. And I 100% agree with keeping children out of it. I find it disgusting that Ro keeps posting pictures of a child who has nothing to do with her. I think she needs to understand that putting that child's picture up is a violation of that child's privacy and her name. I think there's some things that cross the line, and that's one of the things I find is really disgusting about her behavior. And it's on both sides, like the people who are fighting against Ro and the people who are in Ro's thing. Stop posting about the kids. Just keep the kids out of it. Like, they're innocent. Keep it between the adults. Stay above board. You know, when they go low, we go high. Let's stay there. Let's stay there, because there's a lot of nasty, you know, things happening. There's name calling. You know, people are calling me names. They're calling people I've interviewed names. It's just, there's a way to handle this, and I really feel like there's a conclusion to all of this. Like, eventually we're going to get to a place where this ends. But I think that's disgusting, Jasmine. You know, the children have nothing to do with the adult behavior. So keep, you know, if you are for Ro or against Ro, I don't care. But if you name children, post pictures of children, that's just horrible. Just don't do that. I really wish that people would stop doing that. It is draining. Like, this has been draining for me. It's taken me away from what I normally blog about. I am going to try to continue covering this and do the thing that I normally do, which is talk about dating. But this is important. Again, I keep saying it over and over. It seems as though because the victims of this particular wife school are all Black women, that nobody's paying attention. And it's not the first time that when Black women are harmed that no one pays attention. No one cares. You know, no one says, oh, well, you know, Black women are being harmed. Like, don't say anything. It's like we have to stand up for Black women, and that's really why I'm doing it. It's Black women have reached out to me. They said that these things have happened to them, and I'm sharing it with the world. Like, I have a small website, and I'm posting your stories, and I'll continue to do that. So if you have been harmed, if you've lost money, if you have a story, I have the link on my Facebook page right now. You know, go share your story. If you want to share something different, go to my contact me page and contact me, or send me a Facebook message. I've answered more messages than ever before. You know, and I agree. I don't think her sister really knows what's going on. And let's see. Yeah, Ro is targeting her own people. I totally agree with that. Yeah, it's just, it's crazy. And and if you know me, like Keitra knows me personally, I'm not the person to sit on camera all day. I'm not, this is not my thing. I don't mind fighting for others. That's something that I always stand up for people. And I think that this, I don't know, I think it's just crazy. I don't think there's this, I'm not sure if the family is really aware, or they're just in denial, or they just don't want to believe it. It sounded like in that particular interview that Renee does not want to believe any of the other women's stories, which, you know, it's her sister. I mean, a lot of people are like that. I'm not like that with my siblings, and my siblings will tell me, you know. In fact, I get in trouble with my siblings. They get mad at me because I call them out, and then they don't want to talk to me. That's how it goes. They just stop talking to me when they get upset because I call them out. So, you know, yeah, we didn't get any answers for the fraud. It's definitely a fraud. She doesn't think it's fraud, so that's, you know. I did see the engagement house rules, which were really strange. The engagement house situation is disturbing. That's all I got. It's disturbing. Um, I don't know, like who. Yeah, the whole thing is disturbing. The whole thing is disturbing. The fact that so many women think they need wife school is disturbing. I don't know what's happening in the world that people were really into this, but like I said, clearly there's an audience for it. Clearly there's, you know, people who want to be involved in such things, but you could have something like that and be completely legitimate, and that's fine. Like, you know, we're not all going to agree, we're not all going to think the same way. So I'm perfectly fine with having a difference of opinion with people. What I'm not fine with is taking advantage of people. So there's, you know, she crossed the line to me on that one. Uh, yeah, I agree, Jackie. Let me see. Yeah, you got to call out your siblings. I mean, that's love. When you call out your siblings for being wrong, you really love your siblings because they get really upset with you when you do that. So if you are that sibling that calls them out for being wrong, you know, you're going to be the bad guy. It's not fun being the bad guy all the time. The house was, yes, get out vibes. I agree. It was creepy. It's the engagement house is creepy. We don't know. I don't know what's going on. You know, I pay attention to that page, but I don't know what's going on. It's all bizarre. Keisha, you're funny. Yeah, having a legitimate movement would erase all of this. I agree, Maya. It really, really would. Um, it's it's bizarre, you know. The whole thing is just really bizarre to me. That's pretty much how I feel about it. Like, I'm like, I did not expect any of this. It's like crazy, like crazy. Y'all don't understand. Like, and the other thing is, I want to say that you guys are fun and really, you know, let me just say, I don't ever want to make any of you guys mad at me because you guys investigate everything. You all send messages, you got screenshots. So, I mean, you know, let me know if I'm upset. You just tell me directly because you guys are tough. You are a tough audience and you are on it instantly. If anybody does anything, I mean, like, just in the last 30 minutes, somebody did something and I got a screenshot. Like, that's how fast you guys are. So I never ever want to upset you guys, you know, and I'm always, you know, I always talk to you. I'm very transparent. You know, it's okay that I'm getting the root of this. You know, it's all right. I actually am okay with standing up to Roe because I realize that bullies pick on people who can't stand up for themselves, and I've been through a lot. I've dealt with bullies before. I've dealt with narcissists before, and I don't mind her attacking me because I can protect myself. So it's okay. But I prefer that Roe attacks me than the people she's already hurt, because I can tell as you ladies reach out to me, the ones who have been victims, I can tell that, one, you guys are very, very you're hurt. You've been through a lot, and I can see that it's scary to deal with her because she's vicious. She's definitely vicious. Consistent in all the interviews is how she attacks, and then she gets others to attack. I see it was, you know, it's difficult to deal with her. So I'm okay with her coming at me. It's okay. I don't mind. She's not hurting me. So it's all right. So what was the purpose of the interview with Renee? Just to give the Cutnos a chance to speak up for themselves. That's her sister. She defended her. So that was it. Just, we can't just be one-sided, or at least I can't be one-sided. I have to give others a chance to talk. Right now, we've only consistently heard from the victims, and she's not a victim. She's Rose's sister. So that was the purpose. Let's see. So comment. Oh, hi, Mignon. What else? You've been bullied too, Maya, but were you ever bullied by Ro, or, you just see that she's a bully? Oh, man. So anyway, it's slow. But anyway, I just wanted to, Erica asked me to just talk about it. That's how I feel. I'll probably, well, I know I'm going to keep sharing the stories. I still have interviews to give. Well, yeah. Well, Ro, I'm not going to do a live with Ro because, hold on, now it's going too fast. Hold up. I agree, Nikita. We are bombarded with messages saying that we aren't enough. That's consistent with Black women. We're always told that we're not enough, and we have to have a man to mean something in this world. We have to have a husband, and I think a lot of women were susceptible to this scam because of that belief. No, she hasn't followed up with me after the live at all. Yeah, I don't know if she was bullied. Like, we don't, the stories about her childhood or their childhood, it seems like they're very protective of their childhood, which indicates to me, and I don't know, that they have something that they're not wanting to share with the world. So who knows? A lot of people are like that. A lot of people have childhoods that they don't want to share with the world. They're not exactly proud of. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So anyway, that was it. I just wanted to catch up with you guys and talk about it, and just share, I guess. I'm going to see about doing another interview soon about this. And yes, that's right. Cult leaders always do pretend to have all the answers. I'm going to do probably another interview about this, and I'm also going to try to move back into what I normally do, even though this will probably still keep coming up because the interviews keep coming in. I'm going to keep covering it. But I'm going to try to do more of my normal date like a woman stuff instead of this stuff, because this stuff is draining. So I need to bring myself back to my normal life a little bit. But I will continue to share the stories of the women, and I will keep pushing to get mainstream media to pay attention, because it's serious. This is a serious thing. And I do hope, I mean, like, I put a post up a few days ago about the women. If you guys wanted to get legal assistance, there are a couple of attorneys that responded on my page. If you're looking for an attorney, please reach out to them. Again, if you need help getting an attorney, just reach out to me. But in the meantime, I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do a live session, which is just an Ask Kai session. If you knew about my website before, I blog about dating. So if you had a question about dating, you could send it in and I would blog about it. But I'm going to do a live session about dating. So if you have questions for that, send those to me, and I'm going to do a live. I'll let you know the date of that. And until then, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, posting about the wife school, but moving back into my normal blogging. But yeah, so anyway, let me make sure there's no questions over there. Okay, yes, ready for the switch up. Me too, because this is a lot. It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. This has been crazy. It's been crazy. It's like the people are just nuts. I don't know what else to say. It's nuts. It's just madness. But yeah, I'm gonna move away from it a little bit, but I'm still going to post the interviews from the victims. So if you have been a victim of wife school, please go to my website. The link is on my page. Share your story. I'm hoping I get another couple of interviews. I'm still working on the CPS thing. The CPS interview is a little bit more difficult because a lot of the CPS people say it jeopardizes their job to talk about it, but I think I will find somebody to deal with that part of it. So I'm still working on it. And if there's something that you guys want me to talk about, let me know. Just send me a message and let me know. And oh, I started a YouTube channel, so go subscribe and do that YouTube thing. So I'll make more videos. Anyway, so that I hope, Erica, this is what you were looking for, kind of a follow-up. And thanks, you guys, for paying attention, and share and tell people. And tell people, tag media, let them know this is going on, because I have more interviews that I have not posted. I haven't even posted close to half of the interviews I've received. That's how many women have reached out to me. That's why, for me, it's a lot deeper than I think for anybody else, because I'm reading this stuff. And I think, you know, I'm trying to weigh the interviews that I post. Some of them, I will say, one thing that's really consistent with all the interviews is that all the women that have sent their information, and they were all very vulnerable when they joined the school. And that's what bothers me the most. Like, it's always after something terrible happened to them and they were looking for something. So I don't know. No, I'm not dropping one tonight because it takes work, and I have other things that I do too. Like, I'm constantly busy, but I will get one up in the next couple of days to share with you guys. And if there's, like I said, please keep sending them in. I do read every single interview that comes in. So if you have been a victim and you want to share your story, go to my website, share it. I will read it. I will weigh, you know, some of them are really vulnerable. Some of them have a lot of details about who the people are. And being that Roe does attack people after they come out, I do try to protect identities. So again, I will share more, but I'm going to do some dating stuff and then post some other stuff. The dating stuff and the wife school stuff, because it is draining for me. But again, I hope that this is what you guys are looking for, and I hope you keep, you know, hanging out with me and enjoying the other stuff that I post, which is usually a lot more light and funny and fun. So let's do some fun and funny stuff for a little while, and then we'll get back to this. So anyway, thanks guys, and I'll talk to you later.